In reality, some believers are seeking God enthusiastically, but are becoming frustrated from a long wait without response. Can you relate to this? Or maybe you are unsure what God is saying about the condition you're trusting Him for. If you're frustrated about how long you've been waiting, make sure you watch until the end when I'll be sharing some eye-opening truths with you. But what does the Bible tell us about growing weary of waiting for our blessings? God in Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who wait on the Lord will find new strength. They will fly high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." This is an assurance to everyone who waits upon the Lord. He said, "And you shall seek for me, and you shall find me when you search for me with all your heart." If you have missed out on God's blessings because you were busy waiting on God, then God is telling you to stop waiting. God is not an author of confusion. He does not play hide and seek either. When you wait on Him, you should wait out for His response. He may speak, He may send a confirmation, or He may release a blessing. Waiting on Him is a good way of positioning yourself to see, perceive, and receive whatever God sends in response to you. Therefore, if you keep missing out on what God is sending, then there's possibly something wrong with your positioning. Secondly, if you're waiting on God with the wrong motive, you will never find Him. Apostle James summarized this perfectly when he said, "When you ask, you do not receive, because you ask with wrong motives, that you may spend what you get on your pleasures." God does not show up for any man who only wants to show off and brag to his enemies. What are your motives? Do you desire to glorify God with the results of your wait? Proverbs 16:2 says, "All a man's ways seem innocent to him, but motives are weighed by the Lord." If your motive is evil, ill, or out of God's will, then God may be asking you to stop waiting, because what you need is not a wait, but first, a change of motive. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the hearts of men, yet they cannot fathom what God has done from beginning to end." Many Christians have misinterpreted this as waiting for a perfect time. If you're young and feel you're just too young to do what is required of you, then you should know that when you get old, you will probably feel you're too old to carry out the same responsibilities. The perfect time is now, not tomorrow. When you pray and wait on God with faith, you must be ready for action. Usually, God will give instructions, and these instructions will require you to act or to do something that will birth the results you seek. If you're waiting on God for academic excellence and doing nothing but praying, you are in for a big disappointment. God is asking you to stop waiting and get into action as He empowers you. God is a good Father, and He loves to see your desires fulfilled, but you have to position yourself and get ready for His response when you wait on Him. Don't be so lost in your earthly desires that you fail to hear or perceive His eternal will and purpose. Like the video if you believe. This message contains something that could change your life. Please don't ignore it.